Justin here. Today in this video, we're going to go over 7 different ways you can balance a dysregulated nervous system in a world of chaos. So to balance a dysregulated nervous system, we first got to know how the nervous system works. So here is a 60-second recap of the human autonomic nervous system. So your autonomic nervous system is the part of your nervous system that is automatically doing all the work behind the scenes. It's responsible for your breathing, your heart rate, your body temperature, and your digestion, and you don't have to consciously think about doing it. It just happens automatically. So our autonomic nervous system has 2 main branches. We've got our sympathetic nervous system, the fight, flight, or freeze response system, and then we have our parasympathetic nervous system, which is going to be our rest, digest, calm, and connected system. When your body senses danger, whether real or imagined, it sends a signal to your sympathetic nervous system that's going to increase your heart rate, your blood pressure, your body temperature. It's going to dilate your pupils so you can see better, and it's going to get you prepared for danger within your environment. So when this system is activated, think of it like your body's pressing down the gas pedal or the accelerator system. It's giving your body a short burst of energy. That way you can either fight a predator within your immediate environment, you can run from a predator within your immediate environment, or you can freeze and hide from a predator in your immediate environment. On the flip side of our sympathetic nervous system, we have the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the branch that your autonomic nervous system will activate when you're in the presence of feeling safe, grounded, relaxed, and in control. This is the relax system. The parasympathetic nervous system is your body's natural brake system. So just like the sympathetic fight or flight system is responsible for pushing down the gas pedal so you can take action in the immediate environment, the parasympathetic nervous system hits the brakes so that we can slow down, rest, reset, and recharge. So here's why knowing this matters. With the environment that we live in the modern day world, is we're constantly getting our sympathetic nervous system triggered. Constantly. Notifications, being stuck in traffic, worries about the future, finances, bills, having to talk to your boss or supervisor, having to draw a boundary with someone, having to just be real or be vulnerable with someone. All of these are naturally gonna kick up the sympathetic nervous system. Worry here, worry there, performance here, gotta do this, gotta go do that. And a lot of the times we don't know how to just relax out of it because we keep getting reminded or keep getting triggered or keep getting exposed to stimuli that's going to be continuously activating the system. And if we don't know how to bring it back down to baseline, we're going to be trapped in that stress response cycle, which can be incredibly taxing on the body. When you're stuck in a stress response cycle, a lot of the times you're going to notice an increased heart rate, increased blood pressure. You're going to have mood swings. You're going to feel more anxious. You might feel more fatigued, a little more short of breath because your body's system has been pumping adrenaline and cortisol and norepinephrine for so long. It's just like, oh, I just need a break. I've got all this stuff flowing through my body system. And that we need to take the time to rest, relax, regulate the dysregulated sympathetic nervous system response. All right, so now that you know how the nervous system works and the mechanics behind it, let's jump into 7 powerful ways that you can balance a dysregulated nervous system. Number 1, meditation and breath work. This is pivotal and an absolutely necessary foundational block that I am so surprised they don't teach this in school, truthfully, but it is what it is. So when you're in a meditative state or in a state of deep breathing and breath work, we're kind of creating a waterfall downstream effect that's going to help our body ease into relaxing deeper and deeper and deeper, because with this parasympathetic nervous system being activated through the meditation and breath work, it's going to allow us to calm down and enter into our calm, connected, rest, digest, relax state, and it's going to have a physiological effect on the human body. And through having the physiological effect on the human body, it's going to help bring clarity to our mind. So meditation practices have been known to reduce amygdala activity of the brain. This is like where the fear response hides in the brain. This is where the fear sources from the brain, the emotional memory of the brain, the amygdala. Meditation helps regulate the responses of the amygdala, and it also can strengthen the neural pathways of the prefrontal cortex of the brain. The prefrontal cortex allows us to take action in our immediate environment, helps connect into grounded states, and also helps with emotional regulation as well. So meditation has been known to reduce the activity of the brain's amygdala, or the part of the brain that is responsible for the fear response, and it strengthens the neural pathways of the prefrontal cortex, allowing us to be able to make more grounded, clerical actions in our environment. It's also going to help us feel emotionally calm and balanced with these pathways strengthened and the reduction of a overactive amygdala. Seriously, just knowing this, think of how different your life can be if you start adding 10 minutes of meditation into your daily practice. All right, number 2, exercise and physical activity. Movement is medicine. Exercise is one of the best nervous system regulators because it allows us to activate both states and be able to regulate both of them. So when we exercise or we're physically active, we're actually activating that sympathetic nervous system to take action in our immediate environment. Our blood pressure is going to go up. Our heart rate's going to go up. Our body temp's going to increase because we're going to be lifting weights and exercising. But it is the rebound effect that we're really looking for here, because after you exercise, your body goes into a rest and repair response. That's when that parasympathetic nervous system is going to be kicking in. After you're done exercising, blood pressure lowers, heart rate lowers, you get an uptake in oxygen into the cells and tissue, and you enter into that relaxed state. Through the process of going into your sympathetic exercise state to your parasympathetic rest relaxed state, you're able to start to modulate and regulate the nervous system from going into action mode, pressing down the gas, to rest and recovery mode, pressing down the brakes. And the more you exercise, the more efficient your nervous system is going to begin to regulate its responses to the environment that it's being placed in. So the third way to balance your nervous system, kind of underrated, but it's true, is getting deep, restful, quality sleep. When you're sleeping, the parasympathetic nervous system is activating and it's allowing your body to rest, repair, recharge, recover. That way it can go out and kick butt in the next day ahead of it. So when you're in your sleep, it's just like hitting the factory reset button on your phone. Generally, don't take it to the extreme. But when you're sleeping, you're allowing your body systems to rest, repair, recover, recharge, and get ready for the next day. Not only that, is it allows your nervous system to begin to get into its natural balance once again, especially after having a hectic day doing whatever we do as human beings on planet Earth. Without enough deep sleep, your emotions can get thrown off, your digestion can get thrown off, your body's gonna feel more fatigued, and you're just gonna have a lot less energy. So if you're thinking that you need to add more to the hustle and bustle in your everyday life, you might actually just need to catch up on sleep, specifically sleep debt, or the accumulation of many sleepless nights to the point to where you are in debt to sleep, in a sense, to where you really do need to catch up on sleep and let your body's parasympathetic nervous system just kick in and start doing its re-regulation process. Moving into number 4, we want to eat a nervous system friendly diet. Have you ever heard the saying, you are what you eat? Well, it's true, but you also are what you don't eat. Think of that one for a second. So if we're lacking essential vitamins and nutrients in our diet, our body systems are going to notice. A couple important things here. Obviously, the quality of your food. If you've got food that's high in, leafy greens, lean proteins, healthy fats, drinking enough water, getting the high quality food systems into the body that is going to digest into the system and give you energy. Not only this, your gut-brain complex is constantly talking to each other. If we're putting in really cruddy food into the gut, it's going to be releasing signals to our brain that's going to alter our mood, it's going to alter how we feel and our energy levels in our body. And the body and the mind, they're talking to each other very constantly. Our gut brain, it's talking to our actual brain quite constantly, and it's a constant equilibrium homeostatic cycle that's taking place. Therefore, we want to make sure good quality food is being put in to the vessel. That way we can keep a good homeostatic balance. So number 5 is we want to cut back on things that overstimulate the nervous system or confuse the nervous system. I'm talking about nicotine, alcohol, recreational drugs. So with this one, nobody's perfect, no human is perfect, and nobody will ever be perfect. But this one's more about awareness, that we want to limit the things that dysregulate the nervous system. So these substances, they do give you a boost in pleasure and short-term relief, but they also chemically imbalance your nervous system. Just think of it this way. Just kind of like an energy exchange or an energy debt or an energy loan from the bank. When you're ingesting toxins or stimulants that, boost you up, give you pleasure or energy, it's kind of like you're taking out a loan from the bank in a sense. The bank is going to give you an energy loan, such as energy loan in the stimulants, alcohol, nicotine, recreational drugs, toxins, whatever. They're going to give you the energy pleasure loan. The substances will boost you up and give you a nice energy spike. But when the bank comes back to collect the money that you owe on your loan, it's going to dip you below baseline. It's going to be where you are chemically imbalanced, such as fatigue, anxiety, low energy. It's going to be the payback that the energy loan requires, essentially. Over time, if we keep taking out energy loans from the bank, it's going to take a very large toll on the body's nervous system, and it's going to be depleted a lot of the times to where it needs that extra energetic loan just to feel normal. So just know that with your nervous system, when it's dysregulated, if we're pumping in all these substances to the nervous system, it's going to chemically imbalance the nervous system. Or when the bank comes to collect their energy loan, you're going to dip below baseline, and then you're going to have to go through feeling like crud just for a little bit to where your body can naturally just recharge itself. Number 6 coming up, and that's going to be nature immersion or nature bathing. Let's be real for 1 second. Your nervous system was not designed to be constantly checking notifications, filtering out noise, looking at blue light screens, and walking through the chaos of the concrete jungle. But this is the world we live in today, and it's a beautiful world, and we must adapt to it. And part of knowing how to adapt to it is getting out to the natural part of the world, the nature in the world. Your human body is a part of the earth too. And the earth is 4.5 billion, with a B, billion years old. That is 4.5 billion years of natural wisdom. And thus, connecting to the earth is a beautiful, natural way you can regulate your nervous system naturally. Step outside, touch your bare feet to the grass, breathe in the fresh air from the trees, get the sunlight on your skin, and just be present and still in the moment. You'll be so surprised on how just a couple minutes outside can really help rebalance and restore the nervous system. And another pro tip when you're in nature, dial in to your 5 senses. If you can meditate in nature, OMG, that's going to be a really good one too. All right, moving into number 7, my favorite that I saved. I won't say best for last, but this is a pretty dang good one, and that's going to be cold showers. This is a beautiful holistic health nervous system dysregulator resetter. Cold exposure is a very good way to regulate your nervous system because it kicks in the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system responses, but it gives you a bridge between conscious control between this autonomic nervous system function that's taking place on both sides. Let's break this down. So when you step into the cold shower, obviously you feel the sharpness of the cold water piercing against your skin. You might notice your breath get kind of shallow and increase, and you're going to be put into that fight or flight response because it's just like, oh, what is going on right now in my immediate environment? And it activates the sympathetic nervous system. However, if you can relax into the coldness, if you can relax into the cold shower, the cold temperature, and you can relax into it, such as focusing in on your breath, on your breathing, you can allow your parasympathetic nervous system to start to kick in despite the cold temperature coming down on you. This is just like nervous system training 101. We're gonna go into the cold shower. It's gonna activate the sympathetic nervous system. It's gonna me up. It's gonna activate the system. But I'm also going to be able to activate the flip side of the system, the calm, collected parasympathetic system, through my conscious breathing, my breath work, my awareness. And it's going to allow me to hone in on both effects or both outcomes of the system, the increased awareness plus the calm, relaxed state. Not only this, it teaches your body that it can handle the stress and that it can also bounce back from the stress. It teaches your body that it can handle the stress and bounce back from the stress, which is a huge skill to know on a body-mind level. Think of if you started taking a cold shower every single day, the long-term effects that would have on your nervous system, the long-term effects and outcomes that would have on your life, because you're able to be in a more present, connected state of awareness throughout your day, even if it's just a little bit. Another pro tip, if you don't want to go all the way to the extreme, just start with a normal shower. Warm water, use the soap, shampoo, conditioner, whatever you do to clean your body. And then after you've done that, then turn the dial to the cold side and do 1 to 2 minutes under the cold water. Simple as that. You don't need to kill yourself the whole time. And some people in the comments might say, that's not the way you're supposed to do it, or that's cheating, or this or that. It really don't matter. At the end of the day, it's the experience through the journey. And personally, yeah, I can be hard on myself. I can be a stickler on myself and say, yep, I need to do it the absolute most stoic way to the absolute extreme. Or I can do what works good for me, which is I like to look good, I like to smell good, I like to be clean, so I'm going to clean up first. Once I'm all clean, then I'm going to go stoic mode, turn on the cold shower, let it all hit me at once. But I'm still going to hone in on the effects, and I'm still going to look good, feel good, smell good, be clean, with the effects of a regulated nervous system from the cold shower. Alright y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. This is 7 powerful ways that you can take back control of your nervous system if it's been dysregulated. Make sure you drop a like and leave a comment and let me know which of these 7 methods that you are going to start doing today to help increase and enhance your life.